All right, now we get ready to do this college football pick show. You guys already know my picks for the weekend games. Taking over to the taking all the underdogs to cover, but not win. To me, the one game I feel. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you, fam. I will tell you the one team I do think is going to win outright is Tennessee at Ohio State. Daniel, very happy holidays to you, friend. Been an enjoyable year. You coming by? Go subscribe to Daniel Berry. That's what I would do if I'm you. There he is. Getting ready for his Dodgers in spring training. Oh, okay. All right. What a day, what a day, what a day. Wasn't it? Mid afternoon here in the Northeast. Having a good day. Got big show tonight, which is going to be fun tonight, by the way. Well, this is a handicap show. Like I said before, I'm having another monster year. Last year in college football, I went 47-13 against the spread. I didn't play college football this year, but I've been playing pro football though, and I am exactly 32-13 against the spread. So that's a 67 winning percentage against the spread, which is excellent. If you look below, you'll see my picks for the week. I'm gonna change that Miami pick real quick in a little while, but that's what we're doing this week. Waiting for Platinum to get up here. As you could tell, I told you guys that if you look below, you'll see that I picked all the underdogs to cover. To one game, I feel very confident about tomorrow night. Notre Dame plays tonight. Well, I'm on the air later tonight. I'll cover some of that game. Big task at hand is in the building. Happy holidays to you, family. Good to see you. And say what's up to you. Is Knicks playing well? I see that Cat went back to Minneapolis and won by 30 last night. So big task at hand. Daniel Berry, the both of you. Now I'll be on tomorrow night for the Tennessee game. I'm gonna do that game tomorrow. No question. I'll be on the air for that tomorrow, 7:15 Eastern time. Laugh out loud. I didn't want to be distraction. You are funny, bro. You're funny. Like I was saying, big task at hand. Got the, most likely the second pick in the draft, unless the Raiders win Sunday, which is possible. They are playing Jacksonville. Folks, when I do the draft up here, draft night, I don't want people coming up here because the first 10 teams in this draft, they're all below. They're not interesting. And I know the draft media is upset Dallas is winning. If you haven't looked, Dallas got 6 wins, and if they win next this week, uh, all the hype machine's gonna be on for next week with the Eagles. Thank God I'm not even covering that game or watching that game next Sunday. Okay, that's on the 29th. I'm not gonna waste my time, my eyeballs on that game. Okay. But Dallas blew everything, but they're winning games and they're out of the top 10. So the media is not going to care. There's only two quarterbacks in this draft. So the media, once Cam Ward goes, the media cuts it off. It's lifeline for the NFL draft in Green Bay. Of all the times with Green Bay, next year is only Arch Manning. Of all the times Green Bay gets the draft, it's a sucky draft. Okay, unbelievable. 3 more weeks, 2 more weeks to go, and then we're in playoff mode, full octane in here. And the matchups, we'll see what they are, which games I will do. Okay, but wait for Platinum Elite so we can start this handicapping. Let me see if he said anything. He was on early this morning. If you didn't hear the comedy, Sammy Sosa is coming back to the Cubs. He admitted he cheated. He's been out of baseball for 20 years. I mean, no one's heard of him. He wants to get back. I think the main reason why he wants to get back, he's not having the money he wants. He can say all the bullshit he wants. Let me see what this man says. So I'm up here waiting for him to come. Uh, get ready for Sunday. What little there is Sunday. Question: do you really think that the Giants will wait for Arch Manning? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I really, really do. Yeah, they have no interest in dealing with Dion and his theatrics, and they definitely have no interest in Cam Ward, even though Cam Ward's begging them to take him. Yeah, they don't have no interest in Dion and the Sanders clan with some rapper named Glock as one of the entourage. Hell no. Shit, you kidding me, Big Task? Hell no, bro. So Platinum is here. We're gonna start this. Yeah, Big Task is cracking. Okay, that's one New York brother to another. I don't know what playoff games we're doing. We'll see. Oh, you can book this one. You'll see Green Bay up here. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. That'll be one of the games. Packers will definitely be one of the games. No doubt about that. Big Task is cracking up. A lot of people think I'm funny. I'm sarcastic. I'm not funny like that. I'm not a comedian. I try not to. All right, Platinum is here. We'll get this started for you handicap fans.
Now
People
hold
know.
up. Yeah, hold up, Mace. Hold up. Can you
Yeah,
hear
take
me?
it. Yeah, I hear you crystal clear.
Okay. What we gonna do? We're gonna break them down, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can start with Notre Dame, Indiana, right? Now,
Yeah.
what we're gonna do? because I don't really, I already have my picks. But what we gonna do? Let me come over here and move. Right, I got this one thing. I got to put this in. Let me come over here. It's damn thing at. Hold up. Let me come over here. Is this it? Okay. All right. Hold up. Where we at? Let me one moment, Mars.
Yeah,
Well,
take
go
your time.
ahead. No. Go ahead and get into that. Go ahead and talk about that. You just give me what you can give me the pick, or you can talk about the game.
We'll start with Notre Dame. By the way, I picked all the underdogs this weekend to cover, not to win. Uh,
Mace, pick.
yeah,
What's your Indiana pick? Because
I
Mace,
told you.
Mace, Mace.
Yeah,
Whatever you pick, bro. Because we
yeah, I
trying
am.
to come over here.
I'm picking Indiana to
It's
cover.
gonna it's gonna be a dog day afternoon, Mace. It's pretty clear most of the dogs are gonna cover. But just
Yeah,
give me your pick.
I just feel that Indiana will cover, but Notre Dame should win. This
Okay,
is
you go.
about covering points, man. This is not who cares who wins. Only the spread is covered.
So that's what gambling's about, covering your bet.
Yes,
Is that how you win your money?
yes,
Okay, Mace. Well then, Mace, I mean, why even all right, okay. Brother. Well,
yes.
on that, I did a little research, and the way I'm catching this one is I'm being told
Mm-hmm.
on these little forums, Indiana win this game. And the people who are in these forums, they win a lot. So I'm looking at what I'm doing. I really like Notre Dame, but ah, I got to go with Indiana with the upset. That's the way I'm going with that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's no problem with me, family. I just look at it as these games are. We'll start with this one. I love Notre Dame's defense, but you know how it is. If you have an offense and you get neutralized, usually that team, which is Indiana in this case, will find a way to win the game. There's no travel. They probably busted up there since Wednesday because they're close. And
Yeah,
I
it's
think what?
snowing. It's snowing in Notre Dame.
Oh, really? Snowing in South Bend? Okay.
Yeah, it's snowing. Yeah, I just saw the what? Well, I saw it on Twitter. It wasn't a weather report. There was somebody was there outside the stadium, and it was snow. So, and I was like, I wonder how Indiana's going to play in the snow.
And I apologize if you think what I told you a second ago that it was, being sarcastic. No, all I
Yeah,
was
just
saying Clark, is that about the points. That's all. Nothing
well,
else.
I mean, well, if I mean, you can take the points. Then again, if somebody, if you knew it, they wouldn't even put the game up to be, they wouldn't offer it if they knew who was going to win. They know they have a side, but at the end of the day, I
Hmm.
personally, from my own observation, I just don't see how Indiana's going to beat Notre Dame. They couldn't beat Ohio State. Ohio State shut them down. Notre Dame's pretty much on par with Ohio State. But I stand. I'll let and I'm saying for guys who be these professional gambler dudes, that's what they say. And I have to admit they know more than I know, but I don't know. On this game, really, I would say no play. I say this is a game you watch. And Saturday probably getting again with this game because I just don't. Maybe get in on the half, hop in there on the halftime, and then make your play because it's the snow at home at Notre Dame, Indiana. I don't know how good they are in the snow.
You're right
Um,
about that.
the best defense. I don't know if they're getting. Notre Dame don't have the best defense. You had Michigan going to Ohio State, 19-point underdogs, and they beat them. So I'm saying you have to trust your. You got to trust your feelings and to be honest on this game. Now like you said, Mace. I'm gonna play for the money. I'm trying to win the money. But if you want to be for real, I don't see it, man. But I've done it. I've sat here before and said I didn't see it, and that team has won. I didn't see the Michigan. Oh, I mean the Michigan going in Ohio State as 19-point underdogs under this coach, going in there beating. They beat them. I didn't play that game, but I'm just saying the unexpected can happen. So, but if you're going to put a play out, you got to take the points. In fact, the way it's being pushed, they believe Indiana will win the game.
You know why they think that way?
Go ahead.
Because Indiana is much better offensively. And usually when the better offense is the team that's the underdog, you take the underdog. That's why I took them. Not to win, but to definitely cover. It's games to, all these games could be close. But don't worry, Platt. You know
What?
I'm going to break down Tennessee and Ohio State. That's my lock of the week. And we'll get
Okay.
to
Okay.
Franklin next.
Yeah. Hold up in a minute. Why
Yeah,
do
take
you?
your time.
What was the Ohio State? Why the Ohio State blow them out?
Why do I feel Tennessee will go in there and shut them down? Because their
No,
quarterback.
no. Why did Ohio State blow out Indiana?
Because Indiana, for the first time and probably ever, had the bright lights on them. Remember, they were 10-0 when they went to Columbus, and they got rolled. They couldn't handle the heat, the pressure. And to Ohio State, Indiana is nothing to them. That's just another game.
Okay. What I'm just saying. All right. Yeah,
What's
man.
up?
So this game tonight will be interesting. I'm gonna be for real on this game. I would say look at it. It's in the snow. It's at Notre Dame. I
Mm-hmm.
personally think Notre Dame will win, but as far as the money, you can't really play with that. The professional gamblers are leaning toward the points. Some are even saying they'll get the upset. It's just one game. Plenty of games for the next 2 weeks. It pays the same if you play it or you play some what you got Tulane versus Florida. It's just a game. You're just trying to win. Um, I don't know, man. On this game, I'll take the points, but I also go with the win. But I'm gonna go ahead and defer to them on that game
Okay.
because I totally, when I think about it, I
Mm-hmm.
I watched Indiana, Mace. I wasn't impressed with them at all. Now they are undefeated and all of that, and they lost the one game, and I watched Indiana forever, and I thought Washington should have beat them. I mean, they beat Washington, but it was a lot of stuff. They had deflected interceptions. They had a fumble that they got back. They fumbled, and they got to fumble back, and Washington just don't have no quarterback. And their head coach is in Alabama. So, but if you look at the team pound for pound, Washington should have beat them. Washington is not a good team.
Yeah, no, they haven't been good from the last couple of years. Shout out to Molina, Big Money Sean, and Big Task at Hand. So me and Platt, because we got audience in the clouds. Me and Platt first pick, which is tonight, Notre Dame, Indiana. We're both picking Indiana to cover the 7. Right, sir?
Winners.
Yes.
Don't put the winners in the bar, Mace. They let them listen to the stream. Got to listen to the stream if they want the winners. If you want the winners, listen to the end of the stream. Now we gave you the Indiana, right? Go
Yes.
ahead and let's go to the next one.
That would be Penn State and SMU.
Okay. What you want? What you want?
I'm, I'm going to go with SMU to cover and could win the game because who's coaching on the other side?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, Mace. That makes 100% perfect sense. The way what's his name, Franklin, the way he just gets squashed in these games that matter. Um, he finally made it to the championship game, and he lost that game. He played him well for a half. Um, you want to see the guy win. Believe it or not, Mace, on this one,
Yeah.
we're going to be different. I'm actually going to take Penn State
Okay.
to cover. Who's the dog?
SMU 7.5.
Mm,
Everybody is 7.5 underdog except Clemson. They're 12.5.
mm. So Penn State got to win by 2 scores.
Yes.
Wow. Not only they got to win the game, but they got to put 10 points, 8 points, they got to win by 2 scores. But the thing that he does have in his favor, and I guess this is the thing that drives a lot of people crazy, is he beats these teams. His problem is Ohio State, now Oregon, Michigan. Did he beat Michigan this year?
They ain't play this year.
Oh, they didn't play. That's normally that gets in the way. So he no, I'm saying not everybody. He normally beats
I know.
these
I'm laughing.
teams, and you can't add it up because you said, man, he just destroyed this very good team, and then he'll go and lose to Ohio State. I guess you got to throw out the record. It's a personal thing, just like with Michigan going there 19-point underdogs, going to Ohio. Everybody's talking about get rid of that coach, bring in Saban. Didn't say no. That was Belichick. Yeah, they're talking about bringing in Saban. Somebody else. There was another name that was thrown out that they said they should bring to Ohio State.
Bring back
Uh,
Urban Meyer
man, I don't know where he's at, but
on
no,
Fox.
it's somebody in the playoffs. Some coach. I don't keep up with it that close, man. So I know the coaches like that, but it's somebody that the fans of Ohio State want.
Mike Vrabel.
Who?
Mike Vrabel. He's the coach
Nah,
of Titans. He's an Ohio State alum.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they would get him though. There's nothing about him that speaks, winner. I don't. Yeah,
As a player, he got 3 rings with the Patriots.
I think he can improve. They should bring him in as a defensive coach because that's Ohio State's problem. That they cannot stop the pass, man. I've watched them. If you can pass, you can keep that game close, and you might even be able to win. Their defense is on and off. When they play Oregon, I don't think Oregon punted the whole game. It was a question of Ohio State's running game draining that clock, but Oregon got out 1, 2, 3, kick the field goal. I mean, kick the extra point. And then Ohio State played it because then it becomes about clock management. He did good, but the quarterback ran when they didn't have a timeout. So the total clock, he ran in the field goal range, but he sat down and they couldn't stop the clock. So it ran out. But other than Wisconsin, which is ridiculous, right? Other than Wisconsin, I think that's the closest. And I know you got the Boise thing and all of that, but and that's a personal thing. But other than Wisconsin, that's the closest team, Ohio State, which should have beaten them, and they're a better team than Oregon. They're just poorly coached. On this,
Uh,
and that's fine. Mace has got the points. He's saying take those points. I'm gonna go ahead and believe in fantasies, and I'm gonna wish upon a star, and I'm gonna go ahead and support James Franklin.
I'm going to add to this. SMU made so much of an impression to the bowl committee, to the playoff committee. That comeback they made, basically that was Clemson's backyard in Charlotte. That uh, to me, of all the teams they picked to play SMU, well, first of all, in my opinion, SMU has the much better quarterback. Okay, to me that matters. Number
Okay.
two, nothing intimidates SMU, and going to Happy Valley, all the pressure's on Franklin to win this game. There's no pressure. No pressure whatsoever on SMU. This is house money for them. Franklin lose this game. Shit.
Um, okay. All right. Um, okay. I'm man, to be honest with you, I don't see any locks or like I don't see any big bets. I mean, when you say Ohio, I mean when you say Indiana Notre Dame, man, I'm gonna be for real, man. It's probably a no play for me. If you ask me
Hmm.
if you ask me who you should take because you concerned about your money, you got to take Indiana. Okay, possibly even they might win the game. But if you ask me who I want to watch in the snow, I want to see Notre Dame, man.
Of
I
course,
want
because
to
of the
watch.
brand.
Yeah, I want to sit back and watch. That's a team that made me money this year, and that's a team that I'm rooting for. So, like I said, probably step in at the half, depending on what the score is, you know. But let's go ahead and go with Indiana. You want the winners. That's the name of the thumbnail, winners. And we got Penn State. I'm just going because James Franklin on that one. I'm a little bit more. Well, I'm not really sold on that one because I don't trust the coach. But they got the
Exactly.
team. Yeah, they got the team though. SMU, they like you said, they came back on Clemson. The ponies. So there you go. I'm putting out Penn State. Once again, Mace says take the points. SMU.
Yeah.
Those are two picks for those two games, and now we got whichever ones you want to bring up next. Next, Mace.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to SMU. I don't trust Franklin in the big spot. This game will be a lot closer than people think. Next, Texas and Clemson. That's too many points for Clemson. You're giving them 12 and a half. Clemson's battle tested. Texas will win. Arch Manning is starting this game tomorrow. This is not, uh, this is not, I'm trying to
SMU.
think of, I'm trying to say a sucky school. This is not, Baylor you're going up against. This is Clemson. And, Texas will
First,
win the game. They'll find a way.
well, let me just add this. I think they're going to cheat because of Arch Manning. I think he's going to get a lot of friendly flags. I think the fans are going to lose their mind. This game is going to have might be the highest rated game because of who he is.
Okay.
You might have Peyton down there. You might have Eli down there. And look, that's football royalty. Let's just be for real. That's just be for real. People are going to want to see the kid. They might even have Arch there. People are going to want to see the kid win. I mean, aren't they? Aren't they?
Of course.
Yeah.
But,
So, and guys are going to play harder. Now we're getting into a whole nother thing about psychological psych ops. I'm telling you now, brother. I'm telling you, I'm in the South. These Negroes gonna play their ass out for to please Arch. Watch.
let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Life on the line, who would you take? Dabo or Sarkeesian?
Oh, I take Dabo.
That's why I'm taking the 12 and a half plus 12 and a half. And
Yeah, well,
Clemson in
yeah,
this
it's
close.
too high. No,
Yeah,
you're right. The line is too high. Okay, all right. The
too many
line is
points.
ridiculous because it's a freshman. I mean, you got a quarterback, a backup quarterback starting in the college playoffs. That is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
That's absurd. He hasn't shown that he's any really any better than the Ewers guy. He's probably a stronger runner.
Oh, yeah.
I Texas has been a complete disappointment for me. They've cost me a couple of games. I've won with them, and I've lost going against him. I like Clemson, but once again, friendly flags. I wasn't born yesterday, man. Them referees are cheap. They'll get in
Of
there and
course.
they'll be invested, and he'll get a friendly flag. He'll get a holding that's called. He'll get a late a roughing where motherfucker barely touched him, and yeah, they save drives, man. You gotta be real careful about that, man. You gotta look at who he is, man. He's college roles. You got Peyton and Eli. They've been in the pros. They play. They know how to talk to the officials, man.
Mm-hmm.
They know
You
how to
know,
go up to
Grandpa had a few words.
if they don't know them. If they don't know the guys, they know how to go up to the guys and say, "Hey, watch out for my nephew." Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I agree.
serious, man. I'm not
No,
saying they're
no.
gonna just outright cheat. I'm not gonna say that. But that's all a quarterback needs is a couple calls, not even made calls, a couple of missed calls. And Texas got a strong team.
Oh, yes,
Clemson,
they did. I respect Texas, but if Ewers was playing this game, I would take Texas. But because it's Manning and the stakes are high, even though he's in Austin, Clemson is very battle tested. The quarterback has played so much better from the game of the year. They got a good running game. Defense, it's stout. Texas wins, in my opinion, but it's closer than 12 and a half.
they stay within the number, 12 and a half points. Those are inflated numbers.
Yes.
That's because of the fanfare, and the public is mostly wrong. So um wow, 12 and a half points with a backup quarterback. I don't know. I think I might have to go ahead and take them points. I don't know if I could take them. I don't think they're gonna cover that many points. I think they'll win, but they can't win by that much. Not with a backup quarterback.
I
And the
agree.
public bidding into that. So that's a dog. So we got Clemson. We got
Yeah.
Clemson. We got we got Clemson. We got Indiana. I think that's a game you play at the half. You got snow in Notre Dame, Indiana. Notre Dame's eight since they lost that game. They've been blowing people out. I actually am impressed with their run defense. I saw somebody saying Indiana's going to run on them. Man, I haven't seen anybody run on Notre Dame. But they've been doing this longer than me, and they've got the money to prove it. So they're putting out Indiana. So if you're trying to make money, go with Indiana. You just want to watch a football game, hope for the best. Watch Indiana Notre Dame play in the snow. So that
Uh,
got that one. Then you got Penn State. On that one, I'm taking Penn State to cover.
it's up to
Yep.
9 now, Penn State, and Notre Dame went from 7.5 to 6.5.
Okay. I'm taking Penn State to cover the number. Um, Mace says stay, take the 8 points. Then we come down here to Texas Clemson. The problem with it is the numbers inflated. And this is going to be like Texas is going to be done this way unless they go on some type of like they lose 3 games, and and then it's clear that they're overrated, they'll drop the number. But right now, the line maker saying I could put 20 up there, and I'm gonna get action on it because the wise guys they'll probably take the dog, they'll take the underdog, but the public, they're going to be crazy about Eli and Peyton and all of that. And I'm trying to think of this Ewers. Well, one thing Texas has is a defense, man. They got a defense.
Sure do.
Um, I'm trying to think of Eli. You know what? We're trying to give you winners, right? Give me Texas.
All right.
I don't think they can make the number high enough because I've watched Texas. They have a defense, and they would have won that game if they weren't messing around. So that coach is gonna get on them about that. When that guy picked that ball up, they did exactly he did exactly what a backup does. He went in there, he got hit, and he threw a duck. And the guy picks it off. The other guy's doing the take the picture, and he doesn't make his block. If he makes that block, that guy walks into the end zone. Texas has a defense. Clemson, off and on this year, lost to South Carolina. They'll give you a fight, I'm going with Texas. And I don't think you can make the number high enough. I think he's going to get some friendly flags. I think Eli might be underrated. And he's going to do a lot of running. One thing we know, he can run. So, yeah. So on that one, Mace, give me Texas.
All right,
Minus,
I'm going with
minus whatever the
12 and a
number
half.
is.
12 and
Yeah,
a half.
whatever
All
the number is, I'll go with Texas to cover. And it might not happen. I'm just saying I'm going to go with Texas to cover. Um, if you want to play it safe, I don't know how you can take Clemson though. With
I
Texas
ain't taking the
defense,
point. I just think it's too many points.
well, it's an inflated number, man. That's what you get when you getting into a hyped up game, And is this Eli? This ain't his first start.
No, this is about his fourth start this year. So
Wait a minute, Ewers is playing, right?
no, Manning is fine. Uri's left. He went pro.
He's already what he went. He's going to pro.
Yeah, some losing team will take him. I don't know who.
Well, conventional wisdom would say don't put money on the backup. Um, all right, well,
I'm
those are the
always a
picks. We
coin.
gotta make it. We gotta make a decision, right? Sit here and flip a coin and guess. Give me Texas to cover the number. May says take the points. Now we got Tennessee, Ohio State.
This game I love. To me, this is the surest shot of sure shots of the weekend. This is an SEC Big Ten war right here. Tennessee is not, repeat, not the ninth best team in the country, folks. They are much better than that. Defense, a power running game travels. The quarterback, to me, is better than Ohio State's quarterback. It's not even close. The coaches, I don't know. I just know this Ryan Day guy, everybody wants out of town. And you may get your wish because I see not only Tennessee winning, not only Tennessee cover, Tennessee will hold Ohio State under 24 points.
Are you gonna put an over under? I don't really mess with those, but I'm just saying you putting out a side and a total.
As a total, like over, under?
No, yeah, because now you can put it out. I'm just simply saying I don't know what it. I don't even look at that.
No, I'm doing it. I'm taking the point spread is lower, but I'll keep 7.5. I'm going Tennessee +7 to win outright
Mm, they're gonna stretch
in
their
Columbus.
legs. The Tennessee Volunteers are gonna come to Columbus and they're gonna stretch their legs, Mace.
They're gonna let them know that the SEC is still better, and they're gonna plant that flag on the Ohio State logo when it's over, and you're gonna be hearing Rocky Top all night long, folks.
Ohio State, Tennessee. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take those points. Um, and I'll say that it'll be a 3-point win, Ohio State.
Yeah, I can see that. But to me, this is how I look at it, Clyde. You don't lose to Michigan at home. I don't give a damn if it's a rivalry game. That is not the Michigan of last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Okay. And also, this quarterback for Ohio State is no NFL prospect against a Tennessee defense that has 7 pros on it, especially that front seven and the cornerback. So that's 8 pros on that Tennessee defense alone. Give me, give me the Volunteers guaranteed
You
cover
saying
win.
not only that, you'll pick them to win the game outright.
Damn right.
So you got that. May says go ahead and take them 7 points. You don't need them. Get you a money line. triple your money, man. You got a 7-point dog for the outright win. And it is an SEC team. Remember that. So
Exactly.
forget the uniform, right? I mean, it's Tennessee, right? But if you take them out and you put them in white helmets, black jerseys, both team, the players themselves, this is SEC team. It's been recruited. It's Tennessee. And they've been recruiting SEC players, all of them. That's the same thing with South Carolina. It's an SEC team. Arkansas, SEC team. Mississippi State. Now, it's not a good team, but I'm saying when you start talking about, when you start asking them to play out of conference, they start dominating these other teams. The SEC is a very hard conference to win football games in.
They better be glad they ain't playing Kiffin.
Yeah, they tear each other to pieces. Look at Ole Miss. Who wants to play Ole Miss? Mace, could Ole Miss easily fit in this college playoff right now?
Yes, they can.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Remember that. So, and this is Tennessee. No, they're 10-2. I'd probably go look up who they lost to. Probably Alabama and Florida. I mean, Georgia.
They lost to Georgia.
They're a strong team. Backs against the wall. Ohio State, you got a coach. They just already crapped their pants. They got a coach that the fans want out of there. All it takes is a fumble. That's what I'm saying. These types of games, you get a running back in there and he fumbles and it turns the momentum. Tennessee gets a short field. That crowd's going to turn on that team.
Yes, they are. Because I'm going to be real honest with you, Platt. I don't think Ohio State know what's coming to them. I really don't. This team here, and I said it before, Texas, Tennessee, Oregon, the three best teams I've seen all year with my eyes, with the eye test.
What'd you say? Texas? Who?
Tennessee, and Oregon. And I told everybody back in April, Oregon was going to win the Big Ten. I said they'll go undefeated. They did.
You know, speaking of that, Mace, Michael Penix gets his first NFL start.
He's going to destroy the Giants, Platt.
You know what? They don't know how good that kid is, man.
Next Sunday night, NBC got lucky. There is no good games next Sunday. Fox is not letting go Vikings and Packers. That's the only good game. So NBC on Monday got the Redskins and the Falcons. On Wednesday, Kirk Cousins is done in Atlanta. And now next Sunday night, and I'm going to do the game, it'll be Penix against Jaden Daniels next Sunday night on Sunday Night Football, folks. I'll be doing that game live. And he's going to give Atlanta a boost, Platt. He is. Look, folks, I didn't play the game, but take Atlanta and the 7 against the Giants this week.
Yeah, Penix is very good. I don't know how good the Falcons are. So, and I'm not.
They win the division.
Yeah, I'm not sold on that head coach. And what you're going to see in the NFL is a lot of those quarterbacks. Like we got the guy now, Cabe Williams. You got his situation in Chicago. You got Fields, backup for Pittsburgh. You're going to see a lot. I'm looking at the guy in Washington. A lot of those guys eventually, the pressure is going to catch up to them, and the coaching is going to catch up to them. There are not a lot of good coaches. And when you look at Washington, I mean, New York, when you look at the Giants, Ravens go in there 17 and a half point underdog, 15 and a half, it moved up 17. They go in there 17 point underdog, favorite.
Yeah, underdog. Yeah. Favorite. Yeah.
Favorites, and I'm looking at the ticker. I didn't have time to watch the game at all. I hadn't seen nothing on that game. I had to just simply watch updates. And I read on the ticker, right, 3rd points. And I took that game. I had my money on the Ravens. and I look at the third quarter and I get a scroll. DeVito leaves game with concussion. I said, damn. I said, what are the Ravens doing? They knocked his ass out of the game. So I didn't see the game. I was just like, because I saw them staying ahead. It was like 14, and then Giants got a touchdown or 3, and then they got another touchdown. It was going back and forth like a boxing match. And then next thing I know, I saw Ravens were up like 21 points. And then it scrolled, DeVito leaves game with concussion. I said, damn. Oh, they'll cover. I said, they're going to cover now. They got to put the damn third string in there. And sure enough, they went on like 35. They won. Yeah, they won the game. And nothing is a guarantee. But what they say is anytime you see an NFL game and you got a ridiculous line, you go that team to cover, because the wise guys are afraid of something. They are afraid of something on that team, and they're afraid of guys putting way too much money, killing them. A guy will come in and put $2 million bet. So they got to protect themselves. They got to raise that line up.
Yeah.
Now on this, Tennessee, Ohio State, they don't get a lot of action. 2 big college schools. Clemson, Texas, Arch Manning. Oh man, they're gonna make millions. The sports books, Vegas, they might even make $1 billion just on these 4 teams.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, just on these 4 teams. And college football. So in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump is pro gambling. So gambling is all over. Matter of fact, I just saw something where you can almost do it local now, like a lottery ticket. You could put your teams in now, and then you could take your ticket and cash them back. I can go in and pull a ticket and say, give me Tennessee plus the 7, and I put my money in $300, and it spits the ticket out. I get gas and a bag of chips. Come back later on tonight, put my ticket in, it spits me my money. I'm like, man.
I wish
they said anywhere where they're gambling, they're going to make it local. They're going to make local gambling a thing. So you don't have to ride all the way out to the casino. And they have casinos, like even in the hood, like the hood spots, the gas station, the hood clubs. They got machines in there. People in there playing those gambling machines. So it'll be here. So you got any comments, Mace?
About the I like to go back to Franklin for a second. Let me ask you this. They lose that game at home tomorrow. Does the seat get hotter for him?
What are you talking about? Who?
For Franklin, if he loses at home to SMU.
Man, I don't know. Sometimes him, I don't know. Penn State's got to replace him. He's sort of like the Mike Tomlin of college football. He's sad. I'm gonna be for real, man. He's sad to watch. He's just a sad dude, and life ain't listen, let me tell you something. As a man, a lot of stuff's not gonna go your way. You got to stand up to that. What's the old saying? You if they won't let you live as a man, you can sure as hell die like one. You got to be a man. You got to be a man. Life's unfair, man. The whining and the way he be looking and stuff, man, just lose the job. You'll be okay, man. And you should lose that job. You don't have to have the best team to win. That's what that's the whole point of being a good coach. That's where you come in. If they say, Platt, we're going to hire you to coach Golden State Warriors. You got Steph and all of them. All right, now go in and we're winning because of them. Well, eventually, what about when we start losing? They're going to look at me and say, well, okay, what you going to do, coach? Steph goes out. What they going to do, coach? What are you here for, coach? You only can win when you got the best players. That's the only time you can win. That's the thing with Dion. He been whining, and he finally got he got a great. I'll tell you this. He got a great quarterback, his son, and he got Travis Hunter, and he used him. He won the Heisman. I'll give you that, Deion Sanders. But you're not always going to have the best talent. Also, it's called injuries. Then what are you going to do? Now I don't care what Dion does because I know what I'm dealing with whatever. But a good coach, just like the guy from NIU, he went in and he beat Notre Dame. Now he caught him off guard, but that's a part of it too. You got to pay attention. Your team's got to be ready. And a lot of these teams, Ohio State, nobody knows. I mean, we picking these games, but Ohio State, man, that is a monster. In my opinion, they're the best team in college football. It's just their coach. And they got bad coaches. They got a terrible, their defensive coaches are bad. They do not have good coaches. I've seen them unable to stop the pass against a MAC team. I'm trying to think of that team went in there. Was it Miami of Ohio? I think it was Miami of Ohio played them. They won by like 14 points. They could not stop the quarterback from Miami of Ohio. The Ohio State Buckeyes. I think they were 35-point favorites.
Yeah.
They won that game by 20 points or 18 points. They were up and down the field on Ohio. And when you can't stop that team, you're not going to be able to stop a good passing team. And then Oregon won, of course. But that's the thing. This guy, Sarkisian, I don't know. You might know more about him than I do, Mace. I'm not. I mean, he's been around for a while. I've never looked at him as a good coach. Has he won something before?
No.
What's the book on him?
Great with quarterbacks. He's a quarterback whisperer. He's a damn good coach, but I would say in big spots he has a little Franklin in him. I mean, between the two coaches, Dalbo's clearly the better coach. That's not even a question.
Man, you know what, Mace? If he comes in there and he beats Texas, we got to salute him, though. He deserves respect. I don't think he, pound for pound, he doesn't have the talent. And SM a lot of South Carolina, he can say all he wants to. They lost their focus or whatever. Then it's like you say, almost lost to SMU. And you got to keep you got to keep those guys' head in the game. You got to, man. If that means benching a guy, cutting a guy, sending a guy to another team, they got to stay focused through to the whistle. If guys are celebrating like we keep seeing, that's telling you that they're not really connecting with the coach.
Exactly. They do what they want to do because they're getting a free ride, not knowing that free ride can be taken away from them.
That's terrible, Mace. What's going on?
Yeah,
But
Saban went on another rant today, yelling and screaming about how much the NIL is destroying college sports. I kind of agree with Nick Saban.
well, it's either give it to them or give it to the schools. So let them have it. And hey,
Yeah,
man, it's just it's what's
but
called
here's the thing.
capitalism.
But
Now,
here's the
see, this is the same thing. Just like the NBA didn't want those guys to come straight out of high school, but it's about money and it's about who's going to get the money. So if you mean take it from the kids and give it to the schools, you wouldn't let them have it, and they're not doing nothing that the teams were doing with the boosters and all of that stuff. So Travis Hunter, Shadua Sanders, they spending money. They make a lot of money. And you go back what 15 years ago, guys will tell you they were eating at the lunchroom. They didn't. They eating they had loaf of bread. Yeah, actually, some of them were actually. If you're a student, you qualify for food stamps. There were players. There are yeah. If you are a student, now we're not talking about this NIL time. We're talking about if you were enrolled in college and you was at college. You're doing your best studies. You were hungry, and the meal place was closed. You qualified if you were willing to go down there and go fill out the paperwork and wait till they call your name for $70. I think $70 a week as a student in food stamps. You go down there and get you some light bread, peanut butter, a few items, put that in your dorm, and in between your meal pass and your food stamps. I'm talking about you graduated. This is the truth. If you were ashamed, then you didn't do it. But now this NIL money, and they're not, I guess it's not for me to say what they do with it. It's their money. They can do what they want with it.
I agree. I agree.
But it's changing college football as we know it. I agree with you on that.
Changed it dramatically to the point where all they are is now clearly, um, they're like now they're officially like the minor leagues. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Well,
let's
let me ask you this: of
no
all
no
the games right here on the board, right?
uh-huh.
Which one would surprise you the most if a home team lost?
Which one would surprise me the most?
If the home team lost, yes.
If the home team makes, I don't even know where they are.
Here
I
you
don't
go.
know that.
Notre Dame is home, Ohio State's home, Texas is home, Penn State's home. Of those four teams, which one would shock you if they lose?
I'd be shocked if Clemson beat Texas.
I would agree with you. I would definitely agree with you. The SMU against Penn State, trust me, folks, that's a toss up.
Okay. Let's do a recap, Mace.
We
Before
will.
we
We'll do it
no
Sunday.
no before we close this out, I'm saying this.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Let's do a
Sure.
recap. You go ahead, Tennessee. Well, I'm trying to start. No, Texas, Clemson. What was our picks?
You took Texas. I took Dabo to cover the 12 and a half.
Okay, let's Ohio State, Texas. I mean Tennessee.
I took Tennessee to win outright, and you're taking Ohio State.
No, I don't know about that. I don't
You're
know. I
taking
might have. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to see. You said Tennessee will beat them outright, and I took Ohio State. All right, well let's keep it there. I'm trying. Damn. I
my
said
best
Ohio.
bet of the week.
No, I said Tennessee would cover.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, I said Tennessee will win outright.
Okay, you can go when you have a game where a team could do both. But me, I'm a money guy. Like if I think Tennessee's gonna win, I'm gonna take the money line. I don't give a fuck. I'll take my chances. Um, the problem with games like this though is Ohio State. See, I don't. That's not a good team to bet against. It's just you'll be broke. I can promise you that betting against you, you ain't gonna have no money. Yeah, yeah, I would be betting against Ohio State. That's like Alabama. I know the Saban never tried. Like you're a fool. I think one time we had a bet, maybe 10 years ago, and the bet was against Alabama. I said, man, you out your motherfucking mind. I'm not betting against no Alabama. Yeah, I said, man, no, man. That goddamn team got horses. I'm not. I think it was like
That's funny.
LSU or some shit. I don't know. I don't even mess with the SEC. I don't, man. This probably the most I've ever dealt with the SEC. Indiana, Notre Dame. Oh man, beautiful game. Big you got your big screen television. Oh man, make some time and watch this snowy field,
Tonight,
Notre Dame, Alabama. Yeah, at night, under the lights. One it's gonna be a wonderful presentation of college football.
in the
And
Midwest.
you should not miss it. In the snow, remember that it's going to be a wonderful. The optics, if you want to just sit back and stay warm and watch football in snow, and you're going to have all of your. And this is Notre Dame. You're going to have the best people doing the play by play. It's going to be a wonderful experience. Now, the people believe it's going to be a one time showing. Um, Indiana. Ah man, I would take it at the half, but if you want to throw caution to the wind, man, hop on it. Take that money line, man. Indiana to win the game.
I
Make you
think
some
Notre
money.
Dame will win. I can see why people are taking Indiana to win because they have the better offense.
Okay. You're
So
saying
I'm taking
Indiana
Indiana.
keep it within the number. Notre Dame will win the game.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Keep it within the number. Notre Dame's not going to beat them. It's going to be a 3 point, 4 point. It'll be within the number. So you take the points, you make the money. There you
Yes.
go. Me, I can't disagree with that. But what I'm hearing, I'm hearing the outright win. That's what I'm hearing. Well, who knows, right? And they said, "Well, you're giving out winners." Okay, we're giving them to you.
Yeah,
I
we're
can be,
giving
we,
them to you.
I can do this for the next 5 hours. Who knows who's going? Just gave you the picks. Okay, you can make the picks. You want better picks. You want more focused commentary. Hit the cash app.
Yeah.
That's how that goes, right? Because I watched
Exactly.
the number, I watched the thing, Mace. When we got through with the picks, they got on down. This is normally what people do. They come in, they want to hear your picks, and then they leave you. I watched that, Mace. I said, as soon as we got our last pick, the numbers fell. So that's fine. But in the future, Mace, we're only gonna put the picks out at the back end of the thing, and at the least they can do a sub. But we'll see. But let me tell you this: if you're out here trying to do this on your own, man, you're gonna lose your money.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to find somebody. And we're gonna do the next thumbnail just like this. We'll just replace the teams, Mace.
No problem with me, and I think it's great that we'll do this on Friday afternoons. I think that's
Well,
a
I
good
think
time.
that I gotta look at the schedule and see how the games go. But we'll go with this. We got a game tonight. Then I think it was all three of them,
Notre Dame, Indiana tonight.
and then tomorrow you got all three of them, right?
Yeah, Texas. The early game is Penn State, SMU. The middle game is Texas and Clemson, and the late game is Tennessee and Ohio State. I'm doing that game tomorrow up here. We gotta catch you
Okay.
up, son. Well, we just did it, so we'll do it again. Platinum, I don't think we'll mind.
But
We'll
go ahead,
start with
Mace.
the biggie. I took Tennessee not only to cover but to win outright. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
Platinum took Tennessee
I,
to cover.
yeah.
Ohio State to win. Am I correct about that fact?
Well, that would make the if they cover more. Well, they cover. That's as long as they cover. We'll deal with what Ohio State does. I don't know if they'll. I mean, man, we're gonna go with the Tennessee Volunteers, Mason. Let's go to the next one.
Uh, Platt took Texas and the 12 and a half. I took Clemson plus 12 and a half. So we're different in that one.
On that, I think that Arch is gonna get a lot of friendly flags. Hey, man, he's gonna get a lot of pass interference. Bro, I'm telling you, and this is SEC country, right?
Yes.
This is Texas, and yeah, they're gonna, and they just went to Georgia, and you could make the statement the officials were sort of leading toward Georgia. I saw a lot of stuff. We'll see, though, right?
Yep.
And
That's why we
yeah,
play the games.
we'll see.
All right. Platinum, he wants to know about tonight. Uh, I'm taking Indiana to cover, but Notre Dame to win, and I believe Platt's taking uh, Indiana to cover and Notre Dame to win. I'm correct about that, Platt.
On this game, I want Notre Dame. I'm a fan of Notre Dame. I'm sort of rooting for them, but if you're talking about putting some money up, ah, from the information I've found, I would take Indiana to win the game outright,
Wow.
uh, even with the snow and all of that. So you know, that's what I'm getting.
Okay. And last but not least, I am taking SMU to cover. Then it's up to 9 now. I'm taking SMU in the 9. Platt's taking Franklin in the 9. He's taking Penn State. I'm taking
Yeah, I'm
SMU.
taking Penn State to outright win this game. Outright, bring the money home.
So let me
And
put
and
in.
and, and one of the only reasons is he's not playing. The team he's not playing is Ohio State, Michigan, or Oregon. As long as he doesn't play those guys, he's going to win. The
Yeah,
Nittany Lions, and that's what's up, Mace. We put it out here, man, and I'll hit you up with the email, and we'll
you
set
got it.
something up. Okay, and I'm out of here, Mace.
Have a good weekend, man.
All right.
Platinum Elite. Those are the picks. As Here we go. I am taking again all the underdogs. I'm taking SMU plus 9. I'm taking Indiana plus 7. No, I'm gonna keep it at 7.5. Fuck it. Clemson is 12.5. I'm definitely taking Clemson at 12.5. The cover, and I'm taking Tennessee and the 7 to cover 7.5. Either way, some people got 6.5 to cover. In the NFL this week, um, the Dolphins, who opened up as the favorite against San Francisco, is now the underdog. I believe. And I'm just gonna leave it like it is for now. I gotta hear some more of that game. So there you go. That is the upgraded point spread of the 4 games. SMU, I'm taking the plus 9. Indiana, I'm taking the plus 7.5. Clemson, I'm definitely over the 12.5. And I'm taking Tennessee to not only cover but to win the game at Ohio State tomorrow night. And I gave Sean the spread for tonight in his chat. Go run and take it, Sean. Platinum says his people in the know says, oh, Indiana's going to win outright. And that's it for these college bowl picks, these playoff games. I will see you in exactly 3 hours for this, folks. As we get ready, we'll see you in 3 hours for this. Can Tampa Bay make a run in the NFC? I believe they will. Let's recap. Platinum taking Penn State minus 9, taking Indiana plus 7.5, taking Tennessee plus 7.5, and taking Texas minus 12.5. Yours truly, all underdogs. Yes, yeah, I told Sean. All underdogs for me. Notre Dame, excuse me, Indiana 7.5, Notre Dame, not Notre Dame, Indiana 7.5, SMU 9, Clemson plus 12.5. Yeah, I'm doing this tonight. Straight football, and I'll keep my eye on the Notre Dame game tonight, Moss. Good to see you this afternoon. I know you and 305 had a good time last night. That's good. Keep 305 entertained. Okay. So Melina was in here earlier to say hello. I said hello back. She's excited about 305's birthday on Sunday. How come nobody was excited for my birthday 2 weeks ago? I don't care. Just a number. My hockey compadre. He's more Euro soccer. He loves soccer. He's a big Arsenal fan. He's Moss. That whole group of them are Arsenal. I'll see you tonight, folks. Sean, good luck. Moss, I'll see you tonight. Get home safely. Everybody in the clouds, thank you for taking our picks. And remember, should we start with NFL afternoon tomorrow with Clemson, Texas, and then into the Tennessee Buckeyes and more NHL? Yeah, go ahead, do that, Moss. I'll be there tomorrow. Calgary and Chicago tomorrow. Uh, Bedard's favorite place to play, Connor Bedard, is the Saladon. There's going to be a lot of people there to support him tomorrow. And Boston and who's Boston? So, I know they were 19. They're home for Buffalo tomorrow, so that should be a nice win for the Bruins. There's bracket count? Nah, you go ahead, man. Yeah, set it up for tomorrow. I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Just different thumbnails, but I'll be there. I will see you all tonight, folks. Get home safely. Thank you for coming in. Take our picks and run with it. Maybe get home and start NHL and Indiana Canadian TV tonight. Take care. You too, Moss. You take care, fam. See you later tonight, folks. Get home safe.